Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes. Today morning, Director of Public Prosecution, Lenolkulal Hajji, made a U-turn on dropping a corruption case against former Samburu Governor, Lenolkulal. In this video, I want us to dig deep into the story to see why Lenolkulal Hajji is making a U-turn and the games being played behind the scenes. Before we do that, let's have a look at the story as reported by The Standard. The Standard. DPP Hajji, Lenolkulal's shillings 80 million corruption case to continue. The Director of Public Prosecutions, DPP Lenolkulal Hajji, has made a U-turn on the corruption case against former Samburu Governor Moses Lenolkulal. Lenolkulal is facing allegations of embezzling shillings 80 million belonging to the Samburu County government. The said offense occurred between 2013 and 2018 when he was serving as governor. On Wednesday, trial magistrate Thomas Nzioki asked him to give valid reasons for the withdrawal of Lenolkulal's corruption case before he, magistrate, could close the file. On Friday, Nzioki, upon receiving communication by the DPP that the prosecution was willing to continue pursuing the matter, directed that the trial against Lenolkulal continues in January 2023. With the case now ongoing, it would be challenging for the former governor to defend his integrity during the PS interviews. That's the story as reported by The Standard. So it's clear Lenolkulal Hajji is making a U-turn on dropping the case because the magistrate court is reluctant on allowing him drop that case. Let's have a look at the story as reported on Wednesday by The Star, when Lenolkulal Hajji wanted to drop the case. Star. The Director of Public Prosecution suffered a blow after a court blocked his bid to withdraw shillings 84 million graft charges against former Samburu Governor Moses Lenolkulal. Magistrate Thomas Nzioki on Wednesday declined to have the case withdrawn orally and at the same time directed ODPP to file a formal application. The application is to be served to all the accused persons, including the EACC. In September 2019, EACC filed the petition on grounds that Oryx Service Station, a company allegedly registered under the governor's name, received shillings 80,717,000 in county funds between 2013 and 2018. That was on Wednesday. So on Wednesday, Lenolkulal Hajji wanted to drop that corruption case against the former governor. But the magistrate court, Nzioki, was reluctant to do that. And that might have informed the reason as to why Lenolkulal Hajji has made a U-turn today to continue with the case. In this video, I want us to dig deep into that story to see the games being played here and why I personally believe that the prosecution might actually thwart that case to a point the former governor will eventually be set free. If you are watching us for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya. Yes. Its clear director of public prosecution has made a U-turn to continue with the case because the conditions he was given by Magistrate Nzuki were too tedious for him. First of all, he was told to make a formal application in writing as to why he wants to withdraw the case, and then that application to be directed to all accused, including EACC. And we know that EACC is the one that accused Lenolkulal of fraudulently obtaining about over 80 million Kenya shillings. That might have proved too tedious for the director of public prosecution. And he thought and felt that could even complicate things for him in future. Maybe when a new government comes into office in future, that file could actually be reopened. So CONERED Hajji is just trying to play safe here. But if you look at it from another angle, I'm seeing a very high possibility where the prosecution is going to thwart that case to make sure that eventually, finally, former Governor Lenolkulal is set free. And I'm saying that because it's clear the government is not interested in the former governor facing the law. The government is not interested in the former governor being found guilty. So the government, through prosecution, is just going to withhold some crucial evidence in the case. And that will just render that case weak. And this former governor will eventually be set free. That's one thing I'm saying here. And the interesting bit about it is that William Ruto's government is saying they're broke. And now we are seeing money that is believed to have actually come from government, looted government money, just disappearing that way. Because in the event the case cannot be proved beyond any reasonable doubt, I strongly believe that that said amount of money will just disappear that way. So it's clear William Ruto's government is not very honest and very serious in their fight against corruption. They are not ready, not willing, or even capable of fighting corruption. And that's not a surprise to some of us, because even before William Ruto was elected the president, it was very clear William Ruto was not very keen on the fight against corruption. And Kenyans, even before William Ruto was elected the president, Kenyans were doubting William Ruto's capability of fighting corruption. And now that William Ruto is the president, Kenyans' fears have just been confirmed. William Ruto is not ready, not willing, and not capable of fighting corruption. And then the interesting bit about it again, according to the Auditor General's report, Kenya loses about a third of its annual budget to corruption. The last budget of 2021-2022 was about 3 trillion. According to the Auditor General's report, 1 trillion disappeared into men and women's pockets as a result of corruption. So you can see clearly that if William Ruto's government is actually serious, then they should first of all seal that loophole of corruption. But from what we are seeing, in the 30 days William Ruto has been in office, Ruto and his government most likely will not seal those loopholes. And I'm seeing a very high possibility where corruption in this government will actually go high. Instead of a third of the annual budget disappearing to corruption, it might even be a half. It might be a half. And I'm saying that based on what we have just seen in the 30 days William Ruto has been in office. So it's clear that the directives by this government are just aimed at injuring the common man, injuring the hustlers. Corruption injures the poor man, the hustler, more than the rich, or rather more than this so-called ruling elite, because they are the people who benefit from that corruption, in that they steal the money and then they buy houses. A good case like this one of Lenolkulal. So even before I conclude, ladies and gentlemen, CONERED Hajji is proceeding with the case because he is just trying to play safe here. And then most likely, he is proceeding with the case, but ultimately, finally, the case will not yield much, in that the government will frustrate that case to make sure Lenolkulal is eventually set free, as they wanted him to be set free. That's one thing I'm seeing here. And that just frustrates the war against corruption. Yes, let me stop it there. In case you are watching us for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. And to our fans and subscribers here, I'm very much humble, very grateful for the kind of support you're giving me here. God bless you, God bless Kenya. Any other person who wants to have a chat discussion with me, or even to support this channel, I've pinned my number on the comment section. Contact me through the number, or feel free to channel a contribution or support to the number. Let's meet in our next analysis. That move by the Director of Public Prosecution shows clearly that the war against corruption is now being also reduced to maybe individual judges in the judiciary. If a judge is serious about his or her job, he might actually not encourage the kind of withdrawal of corruption cases we are currently seeing. Kudos and congratulations to Magistrate Nzuki. God bless you. God bless Kenya.